Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another cheese compilation. This is number 13, which I can't believe there have been 13 of these on my channel since I got started. When was this? Like January of this year? It's every other week, and that would be how many weeks ago? Yeah, that's about January when the first one happened. So if this is your first time here, this is just kind of my answer to Will Cheese Fail and other cheese compilations that have been about YouTube for the last few years. Lag TV is not really doing theirs anymore, and so this is kind of my way to fill that void. That's sort of been my impetus, my motivation for my channel in general, is filling the void left by people who've left the StarCraft scene. Husky's gone, HD's gone, StarCraft is gone, Lag TV is out as well. Like, those are all my favorite channels, and they're done. They're all done with StarCraft. There's a lot of new stuff here. Loco's around, Neuro's around. Who else am I forgetting? Pig with his dailies are here too, and I just want to be part of the kind of second generation of YouTube StarCraft casters, and part of that is just going to be cheese. And so this is my cheese compilation. If you're interested in having a game cast by me as part of the cheese compilation, send me your cheesy replay, cheesy, interesting, fun, something crazy to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. So game number 1 here on Cactus Valley will be between Daedra and NonY from the WCS Austin 2017 open stages, some of the open rounds that were involved as part of that WCS stop. Now, I'm trying to sprinkle in, as you can see here, some higher level pro GM cheese. I sent some of those replays that were shorter from WCS Austin to my screeners, and they chose some of the best ones, and we're going to get some higher level stuff in here as well. That's kind of the general idea of what we're going to do with the cheese. I'm also going to have a lot of replays from community members, from subscribers like you, but they were ones that were chosen by like 3 of the 4 screeners that I had take a look at this pack of over 50 replays. And my sound down again? Something's going on. Yep, sound is down again. I'm gonna pop that back up, no big deal. 50. So we should have a good time here. It's going to be about an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 20 minutes compared to the hour I usually try to cap it at. So I hope everybody's happy. Trying to make everybody happy, which is not generally possible, but I'm doing my best regardless. So on the bottom right corner of the map, we have NonY, who is an American Protoss player, who is Brood War player as well. Back in the day, one of the first people to get a beta invite for StarCraft 2, jumped into that immediately, did some really great stuff as Protoss, and then kind of semi-retired. It's kind of good to see him back in the StarCraft scene. In the bottom left side of the map, we have Sloth Esports. Is it Sloth Esports Club? Yep. Sloth Esports Club Daedra here, going against NonY. So an up-and-coming player versus one of the old established pros who's kind of trying to make a comeback into the scene. And we'll see who the cheeser is today. Looks like NonY is sending an adept out here. Nothing too crazy about that. Third hatch on the way from Daedra as well. Already has gas, already has speed coming up at the same time. I'm not sure what we're going to see here out of these players. Twilight Council coming in from NonY as well. And it looks like it's going to be, I'm going to assume this is going to be for Resonating Glaives. I can't imagine it to be for anything else. Yes, Resonating Glaives on the way from NonY. Lings and a Queen dealing with this adept, trying to get some kills. Doing okay. Yeah, has 1 kill here. It's going to be a drone. And she does manage to escape with her life as well. So that was a good play there by NonY. More and more gateways coming up here, as well as just that double gas back home. No gas taken at the natural base, which tells you we're not going to see some crazy tech up. We're not going to see Immortals. We're not going to see immediate carriers. We're not going to really see disruptors or anything either. I think this might just be a straight up big old adept attack coming Daedra's way. And will he be ready for this or not? That is going to be the question. Proxy gateways coming up here. Oh, 3 proxy gateways here up north of that third base for near Daedra's third base. Speed for the Overlords is done. Overlord does come in and see. Okay, I don't see additional gateways, but I don't see additional gas either, and I don't see any additional tech. I don't see orbital, or I don't see a robotics facility. I don't see a Stargate. This looks all the world like some kind of a crazy all-in, but at the same time, I don't see anything else. So there's got to be a proxy somewhere. He's got to send Lings out and find this, or he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Start making units now, Daedra. You need to stay where you are at 36 workers, because if you start droning up, you're going to be in a lot of trouble when the majillion adepts show up at your front door. And here it is, adept coming in. Actually, NonY not making use. Oh, he is making use of this quick warping, because that pylon is touching that gateway there. Warp gate here from NonY. And Blings are on the way. Roaches are on the way. +1 melee attack on the way. Daedra seems to be having an idea of what's going on. Zealots here from NonY as well. So a 5-minute crazy all-in attack here. No sign of a third base at all from NonY. Zealots, more Adepts joining the party. Roaches and Lings trying to take them down. There is a single sentry here. Adepts trying to take down that hatchery, which is probably not the best. Not the best micro, but I don't... Has he lost anything? No, NonY's lost 0 things to this point. Okay, and Zealot just died. And a sentry's going to get picked off as well. So these Lings having a pretty good time, but dying at the same time. I mean, it's 24 dead Lings and a dead Roach in exchange for 3 Zealots and a sentry. This third base is going to die. Stalkers joining the party as well. This is basically a 4-gate is what it is. It's a 2-base 4-gate from NonY. All gateway units, catching Daedra entirely by surprise here. He's got Lings, he's got Roaches. Don't even try to go in there. He's trying to wait for these Lings to spawn from these eggs, but they keep coming out 2 or 3 at a time. It's 72 to 61 total supply. NonY has a very nice lead right now. He's just continuing to warp in Zealots, warp in Stalkers, get this pressure in on this Zerg player. Daedra playing against one of the more notable Protoss players on planet Earth. Can he hold this? It's going to be close. I don't know. He's got a lot of Lings here and a lot of Roaches, which do pretty well against Adepts and Stalkers. He's making the right composition. He's continuing to pump these units out. NonY having a little bit of a hard time spending his money, but look at these Stalkers and how well they're doing, and that's a good game out of Daedra. Daedra with the GG, NonY with the win here in game number 1. I mean, it wasn't a 1-base cheese, but it was a proxy. Proxy gateways here. Daedra was not able to sniff it out in time. I think he did what he was supposed to do, but he just didn't quite macro well enough, didn't quite micro well enough. I mean, look at that. 3 Adepts, 3 Zealots, and 2 Stalkers lost for NonY, compared to 15 drones, 50 Lings, 4 Roaches, and a hatch. Yeah, so well done there by NonY getting the win in game 1. We'll come back with game number 2 of this compilation in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to Cheese compilation number 13. This will be a game between Shmeny and Samael on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Shmeny. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Samael from the DRKP, which is not the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Is that what that is? I always forget. I always forget what that acronym is, but it's close. I think it's the same letters, just in a different order when you're referring to Korea. All right, so who's going to be our cheeser here? It does very much look like an extractor pool. Yep, out of Samael here. No, just kidding. His hatch is down. I did not see that blue until it was too late. So who's going to be the cheeser here? This is one of our community replays that were chosen by my screeners here. And so Shmeny might have something in mind. Samael, oh, there we go. There's the proxy barracks out of Shmeny here. Additional proxy barracks coming in here from our Terran player. He has some crazy stuff he's planning on doing. No extractor back home, which tells you it's just going to be Marines. That's all he can really do with it. Can't do much else without gas. Just a 3 racks proxy marine build. And against a Zerg player who doesn't see this coming because of Sloverlords. Sloverlord scouting is all we have. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. I'm super worried about Samael here. He's making 4 Lings because you know what? There's a Reaper coming, right? There's always a Reaper that comes. There's nothing different. Oh, how wrong you are. How wrong you are, Samael. 4th barracks coming up over here as well. Overlord scouting in. Sloverlord's not going to really see what he needs to see, unfortunately. He's not even going in all the way. So this might just be a straight-up death for Samael. The Marines show up. These Lings attack him. Not the greatest micro from Shmeny here, but he kills all the Lings anyway, so that worked out. Bunker coming up at the front. Overlord going to die. Does that supply block Samael? No, because he lost all those Lings, but it's close. No. Push your advantage. Push in, Shmeny. You can get that queen. That'd be a nice pickup. He's got 16 Lings on the way from Samael. Can he get there before the bunker finishes? That's going to be a big deal here. Bunker, build faster, SCV. Shmeny wishes he could use extra SCVs to build this faster, but get inside the bunker. Get inside. Don't get surrounded. Get inside the bunker. You guys get inside the bunker. Oh, they're all inside the bunker. Queens hitting as well. SCV trying to repair, but instead the SCV does get picked off. The bunker gonna die. The bunker does end up dead. There's only 3 Marines. Oh, there were 4 Marines inside. They're all dead now. Can they take down this queen? More Marines joining the party. Shmeny using his money as fast as he can make it. And more Lings streaming in just in the nick of time. That queen was about to die. Pretty decent micro. Actually, the micro has stopped for Shmeny here. Sometimes that happens on these community replays. Pretty good holding this line, though, from Shmeny. More Marines coming in. He can't do anything else but continue to make these Marines. But there are so many speedlings. That is... our Terran player having a really rough time right now. He's got these 5 barracks back here, which is wonderful. But now all his production... Yep, he's lifting off. He's heading home, and I think that's effectively going to be it. This replay keeps going, but once you've held that off, and it's 26 to 19 harvesters, and you've got 2 bases, and the Terran player has 0, and now he's just starting his factory at 5 minutes and trying to expand. These lings are trying to, I mean, the lings can't break through because SCV repair is too good. But, I mean, they can keep you from expanding. Nidus network on the way from Samael as well. I mean, he's not even going to get these barracks back home before Nidus erupts inside his main base. He thinks he's safe. He thinks he can tech up. He thinks he can expand. But Samael's not taking a 3rd base behind this. He's not teching up behind this. He's making lings. He's making roaches. He's making a Nidus network, and we're going to see that thing erupt right over here. This is my guess. There it is to where it will be. Just because the Overlord is there. That was my secret. All right, so there's that Nidus worm erupting, and the sound that is coming up, you hear every time you watch a Falcon Paladin video. There it is. Lings ready to rock, unloading. The sound, Shmeny heard it. I just don't think he has no response to it. He's just now landing his barracks, but there are so many lings. There are 36 Zerglings and 7 roaches coming out of that thing. SCV's here trying to fight against the lings, but they are outnumbered and outgunned. The Marines are dead as well. That's going to be all she wrote for our Terran player. I think this goes on a little bit longer. Nope, that's it. That's a good game out of Shmeny. Shmeny is defeated. Samael is victorious. He wants to stick around and kill things. We'll allow him to do that, but we'll move on to game number 3 of the cheese compilation. So yeah, the proxy, the 5-Raxer. 5-Raxer didn't quite work. He almost got it. What the? Lost again. Almost got it. He did. What is happening? No. I wanted to do this. Can I do that? I can do that. Yeah, it didn't quite work out, though. And then the Nidus Worm reprisal was excellent from Samael. So that's it for game number... Is that number 2? We'll be back with more cheese in just a second. Welcome back, everybody, to the cheese compilation of Falcon Paladin number 13. This one will be a game between Milky Way Mutt and Mini Titan here on Ascension to Ire, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Mini Titan. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Milky Way Mutt. Okay, so a PVT sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. Now, the borders of these players said diamond. The problem is that Blizzard has introduced separate MMRs for each of the races that you play. So if your main is Protoss, for example here, and you're in diamond, then every single time you play a game of StarCraft 2 against somebody else, your portrait is diamond. Even if you choose Terran, even if you choose Zerg, which is bad, which you're terrible at, you're still going to have a diamond portrait match up against somebody else who has a similar skill level to you. So they're going to say, it's a diamond level Zerg player. What is he doing in bronze, for example? But no, it just means that Zerg is bad. So what that tells me, unfortunately, is that yes, there were diamond portraits on these players in this cast, but it is impossible to tell if they're both diamond in Terran and Protoss, respectively here. So we'll see. We will see how these players do. I'm expecting some moderate high-level stuff here, some good quality cheese, at least from Mini Titan here, who is known to be one of the more prolific cheese submitters to my channel. He's kind of a legend. Some of his stuff has been some of the best cheese we've seen in a long time as part of the cheese compilation. So I assume he's going to be the one that's cheesing. I'm sure everybody who's watching is thinking the same thing. Mini Titan, what are you doing here? He's got a Cybercore coming up. He's got double gas, which is very cheesy. Whoever this double gas is going to be a big thing here. Reaper on the way for Milky Way Mutt. Orbital command up as well. We do have an expansion done. Or not done, but it's on its way. Whereas Mini Titan has no interest in expanding. He's spending all of his money doing things. SCV Scout for Milky Way Mutt, liking this very much. But guess what? Oh, robotics facility coming up here for Mini Titan, far away from his main. Way over here on the other side of the map, closer to Milky Way Mutt's main base, like where he'd expand for like a 4th or a 5th base. That's why this is a good location. Because nobody will scout here. It's not along any of the traditional places that people would throw down proxies, but it's close enough to be a proxy. So we do have a mothership core on the way, which is going to be great in dealing with this Reaper that's moving across the map here. Generally don't like to name Reapers in cheese compilations just because games go by so fast and there's other stuff going on. Reaper names do happen in games that are standard macro style where the Reaper's coming in and nothing else, much else is happening. But stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. Kitty 8 charge thrown down. Mothership core needs to get involved here. A probe is going to die. Bam! Probe down. Mothership core not interested in defending this at all. Reaper's like, why aren't you... Oh, there's the photon overcharge, but it was too late. It was too late. Reaper too smart for that one. Another gateway coming up, and a warp prism on the way, and a robotics bay from Mini Titan. Okay. All right, let's see how this works out for our Protoss player. Warp Prism, robotic. This is like a disruptor drop. Seems like a disruptor rush would be interesting. Factory now done for Milky Way Mutt as well, getting his marine production on the way, starting more marines, getting stim, all the standard stuff you will expect to see in a PvT match. Lots of marines with upgrades. Also getting a Widowmine, possibly for a Widowmine drop, although I don't see a starport. Just kidding, there's a starport. Hey look, a starport! Just now popping in, right next to everybody else. Alright, so Robotics Bay, they take a while to build, but we're almost there. Another gateway coming up as well. So I think Robotics Facilities being Chrono Boost, Robotics Bay finishing, and... It's a Colossus. It's going to be Colossus Drop Rush from Mini Titan here. I am a fan. I am a fan of what is happening here. Another gateway coming in. Reaper's like, why aren't you expanding? I'm really worried that you're not expanding. What is happening here? And the answer is Colossus Rush. Milky Way Mutt. Milky Way Mutt. Man, that's a lot of syllables in your name. Milky Way Mutt. It's only 4. Mini Titan is 4 as well, but it's faster to say. Mini Titan versus Milky Way Mutt. It just feels longer. There should be studies about this one. All right, so Warp Prism's done. Robotics Facility being Chrono Boost, making this Colossus. It's 54 seconds, but it's being sped up. So that's good news. Not getting extended Thermal Lance. Maybe he doesn't feel like he needs it at this stage of the game. Another Colossus coming in, and time to go. Time to go at 4.5 minutes. With the Warp Prism trying to sneak on over into the main base of Milky Way Mutt, being very sneaky, flying over the Protoss shrines below, with all the trees next to it. Colossus, gonna go for it. Time to move. I don't have any support, but that doesn't matter. Killing SCVs that are trying to build engineering bays, dead. Killing SCVs that are building barracks, dead. Slowing down this production immensely. A bunch of Marines are showing up here. Widowmine does fire on the whatever the heck that was. Oh, it's a Zealot. Zealot came and joined the party as well. Completely dead. Colossus, 9 kills. Colossus trying to get more kills. Can't quite do it. Might go back for another one here. There's an Adept at the front. There's a Stalker at the front as well. Just trying to knock down this great wall of supply depots. Another Colossus has joined the party. Is the Colossus going to go to the front door? I think so. I think we're going to see some double-pronged attacks here. Colossus at the front door. Maybe just everybody goes to the front door. That seems possible as well. 9 kills on that Colossus. Good gravy. Already 4 SCVs and 7 Marines have died in exchange for a probe and 2 Zealots. Taking out these supply depots. Will this supply block Milky Way? I don't think so. He's at 48 of 70. 48 of 62. 48 of 50. Oh, he does get supply blocked. 48 of 46. That's a supply block in a time when you can't afford to be supply blocked. There are a lot of Marines here. They are getting absolutely torn apart by this Colossus action. Double Colossus SCV left behind as everybody else evacuates to the main base. Another supply depot gonna fall here. Milky Way Mutt trying to make 4 supply depots at a time, but he's just so incredibly supply blocked right now. This 5-minute Colossus push is doing way more damage than it really should, but it's just caught Milky Way Mutt entirely by surprise here. There are SCVs here to fight. Oh, the splash damage from the Colossus. It is a massacre of epic proportions. SCVs trying to fight. No. Time warp here. Mothership Core joining the party. This Reaper could actually do some work back here at this main base if he wasn't so worried about these Colossus inside his main base. And who can blame him? 25 to 55 total supply. Mini Titan has a nice lead right now, and that's it. A good game out of Milky Way Mutt. 7 Zealots lost in exchange for 25 SCVs, 14 Marines, 5 supply depots. I mean, that was a shellacking. 750 resources lost for Mini Titan compared to 2,575 lost for Milky Way. So that, good times. Good times. Well done with the Colossus Rush. That was a lot of fun. Coming back with more cheese from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Cheese compilation number 13 by Falcon Paladin will be continued by a game between Massa and Uthermal here on Newkirk Precinct. Again, this is from Austin WCS 2017. And let's introduce these players real quick. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Massa. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Uthermal. All right, so 2 very popular Terran players. Massa, known as the Cheeser. He's the one who introduced and created the Mass Oracle play against Zerg, which is actually really effective depending on how well the Zerg player scouts it. And Uthermal just a solid player all around. He's got an early game, mid game, late game, but he's actually the one sending out SCV. There's the proxy barracks. Yeah, he's sending out 2 SCVs. That's a good tell that your opponent is going to try to cheese you. So again, this is more of a will cheese fails thing. This is going to be cheese that's attempted, and will it succeed or will it not? That's what makes it fun. That's why that's what I liked about the original will cheese fail series that Lag TV did, was just seeing whether the cheeser would get punished for it or whether it would work. Look how you can overlap these. Am I just noticing that how you can overlap these barracks when they're building? Look at how much. That's like a Venn diagram right there. This is like people who like ice cream, people who like root beer, and in the middle it's like people who like root beer floats, right? Haha. That's probably not a very good Venn diagram, because what if they don't like vanilla ice cream and they don't... Anyway. And then that works. That works. We can roll with it. Okay, so double proxy here with gas coming back home. 2 gas coming back home. And it's going to be a Reaper. It's going to be a Reaper from Uthermal. Back home, Massa is not expanding at all, but he has a second gas already up. He's working on a factory, and he is getting a Reaper of his own. So this is standard TVT stuff, right? You get a Reaper out, you kind of fight with it, you duel a little bit with your Terran opponent. Then you get some Cyclones, and then if you can win with the Cyclones, that's great. But if you can't, then it moves into more of a tank, Marine, Raven, Viking kind of a thing. Regardless, SCV for Uthermal coming in, trying to scout things out. See, there's not a quick expansion, which is bad news. If somehow, some way, Massa had gone for a quick expansion, Uthermal would be in a wonderful position right now. But as that did not happen, look at this SCV bleed. I didn't realize they bleeded so much, or they bled so much when they were getting shot. Yeah, nothing to worry about. If you're Massa there, SCV scout at that stage of the game is nothing crazy, but Reapers coming in to your front door, 2 of them, is going to be bad news. No. Are you waiting for more? I think you might be waiting for more. Oh, this Reaper coming up from Massa. He scouts it. He scouts the proxy. Okay, reaction for Massa is immediate bunker. Bam. Immediately throwing down a bunker at the front here. But his own Reaper does get picked off. Another Reaper's out, but I don't know. SCV building the bunker is toast. Uthermal in complete command here with his proxy. A lot of SCVs here to fight, getting blown into the sky. All the SCVs pulled off the line, but against somebody who has this much control as Uthermal has, it's bad news bears. Oh, and the Hellion gets picked off there as well. Some of these Reapers are low on HP, and 1 gets caught and killed, but there are still 2 here, which is really terrible for Massa. He is making another Reaper. He is making another Hellion, but he is losing SCVs. He's bleeding SCV. And losing another Reaper, though, is Uthermal. Massa might be able to hold this thing off if he keeps that up. Keeps picking him off. Hellion getting shots off as well, doing that extra damage versus light, which is what Reapers are. Another Reaper dies. I don't think this is going to work for Uthermal. An SCV coming in. Oh, the Hellion dies, though. Hellion dies, though. A Banshee would pretty much end this. I don't think Massa has time to get a tech lab, though, that he needs for that Banshee. He's making a Liberator, not bad. A Liberator does give you a nice little safe zone. Something of a safe zone. Anyway, but no, suddenly there are 3 Reapers here and a Hellion. This is bad, actually, for Massa. He was doing okay. I don't know what happened. He stopped making Hellions for a second. Tried SCVing up a little bit. And he is able to lift up the Hellion with this medevac that is now out. So that's useful. And again, you can lose all these SCVs because Uthermal's cutting workers back home. He only has 21. So even if somehow this doesn't succeed, Massa's not completely out of it. But he is bringing a lot of SCVs off the line to try to repair the Hellion. Is it getting focused down anyway? This is intense. This is crazy. Massa not building anything else. Uthermal is making Cyclones. He's making additional Reapers. He's spending his money well. Uthermal just has more money. Liberator sets up shop but can't move it, which is bad against Reapers, which are fast. Look at this Hellion micro, though. Getting shots off and lifting and getting shots off and lifting, but Massa's down to 9 SCVs. And that's it. Massa with the good game. He's out. Well done by Uthermal. Getting it done against the cheeser himself. I mean, he lost some stuff. Uthermal lost some stuff. Don't get me wrong. He lost 8 Reapers, but he killed 3 Hellions, 13 SCVs, and 4 Reapers of his own, and comes out to about 950 for him. Massa lost closer to 1,300, which definitely tells the tale there. Massa ends up with 9 SCVs. Didn't really have anything against this. The Cyclone showed up, and that was it. He's like, okay, well, Cyclone just does crazy amounts of DPS to everything I've got left. The Reapers might have been able to finish me, but the Cyclone is definitely my death knell. So that's it for that game. We'll be back with more cheese coming at you in just a second. Welcome back to the Cheese Compilation, everybody. This will be a game between Jeff Check and Trickster on Proxima Station, the Ladder Edition. On the loading screen, this replay told me this was from a Diamond Tournament Grand Finals held online in the StarCraft 2 client. You too can sign up for an online tournament against people of your own skill. It's just one game each level. If you win every single game, you're the champion. If you lose one game, you're out. Okay. And the top right side of Proxima Station, we have the red Protoss player. It is Trickster from ITE, which is team something? Hard to see there. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Jeffcheck. All right, so Jeffcheck versus Trickster here. Who's going to be our cheeser in the grand finals of a diamond tournament? Oh, pool first. What is that, a 16 pool? 16 pool out of Jeffcheck. Okay, nothing crazy then, not a 12 pool or anything like that. But is he expanding behind this? He will. I think he will. He's just waiting for enough minerals. Meanwhile, the Protoss player is working on a gateway. He's got his assimilator up. I love the drone scout out of Jeffcheck so much. But I guess if you're in the grand finals of a diamond tournament, you're going to want to scout as Zerg here. So he scouts it out. Doesn't see anything crazy. Another gateway coming up, though. Double gateway opening from Trickster. So he's planning something a little nefarious. Jeffcheck has not expanded yet. So maybe this is really weird. Why would you go 16 hatch into a slow Ling rush? He's not even saving larva either. Oh, there we go. Proxy hatch. Okay, proxy hatch out of Jeffcheck. This might be my favorite thing in all of StarCraft 2, is this proxy hatch concept. It's been around for a while, right? Been around for a long time. Even back in Brood War days, it was something you could do. But it leads to really exciting games, is my personal preference about it. So, throwing down the proxy hatch is Jeffcheck right outside the front door of Trickster's base. It's not in this safe expansion in the back here. It's just right outside the front. And he's going to try to get up this wall here with, I'm assuming, Lings and Spine Crawlers and Queens and stuff. And as our Protoss player has shown no interest in scouting, it's the opposite. It's the opposite here for Trickster. He gets a Zealot first, though. Why does that keep happening? Come back, game. Something's wrong with my internet, you guys. I don't know what it is. I got to look into this. Maybe my router's starting to go away. Roach Warren is done for Jeffcheck 2. Overlord here to provide high ground division. Jeffcheck, what are you doing? Does he have a cyber core? He does have a cyber core, but he's not doing anything with it. He's making a lot of zealots, which, I mean, it's Diamond Finals, man. Why are you making 1,000,000 zealots? I don't understand. Maybe he's just worried about a lot of Lings coming in, but are you worried about Spine Crawlers coming into your front door? I don't think you are. He's checking his back door. He's throwing a pylon up at the back, debris that can be knocked down. Doesn't happen very often, but I've seen it happen in the past. Definitely has been a thing. He's going to expand now. I mean, thank goodness he didn't go for a fast expand like a crazy Nexus first play or anything, but he's just making zealots. Warpgate research is not even being chrono boost. He's making a lot of workers. He's got a Twilight Council on the way, which, if you don't have any adepts, I'm not sure. I guess going for zealot legs. Is this a zealot legs rush? He could be going for charge. Oh, he's going for charge lots. It's a charge lot push, which I have heard mention of in the past. Does he see this now? He sees it now. I mean, I don't know if he sees it, but it's visible to him. Overlord providing high ground spotting. Wabam. Wabam. Lings here, roaches here. These zealots are going to have a bad time. Ravager here even. Run! Get out! Hold the line, Bob the Zealot. Hold it against the oncoming horde, but there are roaches. Photon Overcharge is going to save the day a little bit here. It's going to save the day a tiny bit for our Protoss player, but this is going super poorly. Queen needs to take down that Mothership Core, and she is. She's target firing the Mothership Core down, which is beautiful. Liking that very much indeed. She's going to get it, too. I think, is she target firing it? I don't know if she was the whole time. She might have lost her focus a little bit. Another Photon Overcharge coming up. A lot of pylons up here as well, but it's looking bad. It's looking bad for the Protoss player. If the Queen could have picked off that Mothership Core, would have been a big deal. Actually, fantastically huge deal. Pylon wall up for Trickster. Stargate coming up here as well. The problem is the creep spreads up your ramp. Spine Crawlers get closer and closer, and then suddenly your Spine Crawler or your Stargate is toast. Is this music too loud? I feel like this music's a little bit too loud. I know. We're in the middle of the action here. No, that's where it always is. I don't know. Why is this messing up lately? Alright, so roaches and Ravagers here at the front door. Another Photon Overcharge coming up, and it does force Jeffcheck back. Just a little bit. Forces the spine to unburrow. Move itself somewhere else. Just pull back to safety. Is what it's all about. Forge coming in as well. I mean, this is... I can't really call this at this point. The Queens do pick off the Mothership Core, but Trickster can make another one here pretty much instantly if he wants to. Come on, Trickster. Start another Mothership Core. Void Ray. Void Ray coming in, but there's 2 Queens. This is looking real bad suddenly for the Protoss. Roaches have broken through. Ravagers have broken through. There's a single Stalker here to defend against the oncoming Horde. Trying to micro, but bleh, he's dead. Warping in some Zealots, which is not going to help you that much against Roach Ravager. Trying to kill this pylon that is powering the Stargate. If that Void Ray comes out, it could be bad news. Although, again, there are 2 Queens here, and I think 2 Queens can take down a Void Ray straight up in a 2 versus 1 battle. But nope, there's the depower. There's the depower. Another pylon down. Nothing. That Trickster has it powered except for a couple gateways, and that's not enough to sustain against this many Roaches and a Ravager. It's going to be 13 Roaches, a Ravager, and 2 Queens. Yeah, Zealots are pretty good in this situation. They will take some units down with them, but they can't win. Creep spread continuing for Chechik, and that's it. A well played out of Trickster. Loses both of his warp gates there. He didn't scout. He went for a Zealot charge lot rush. Didn't know what was coming from his Zerg opponent, and he lost. Let this be a lesson to everybody. Scout. Just scout. And when you scout, tell him Falcon Paladin sent ya. Okay, that's it for that one. We'll come back with more cheese in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans. Let's slow that down just a little bit to cheese compilation number 13. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the purple Protoss player. It is Theory. And in the top left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Harstem. Yes, there are people that love Harstem. I'm just going to say that. There's some big-time fans of Harstem. Theory, a more unknown player, I would say, but still good enough to play in WCS Austin 2017, so he is way better than anybody watching this, probably. If you're better than Theory at Protoss and you're watching this, let me know in the comments. I want to know who's watching my casts. All right, so who's going to be the cheeser here is the question. We do have probe scouting here from Theory. We have probe scouting from Harstem. Both players scouting the wrong direction initially. Actually, it was cross positions. There's really no wrong direction, is there? There is not a wrong direction at all. Cybercore on the way from Harstem, and a Cybercore on the way from Theory, and it's just kind of samey, same. That's how this generally works out in PvP, but I have faith my screener shows this for a reason. Both players getting a couple of adepts with the first gateways. Again, this is the all-time same build you got to use in PvP. Everybody does it. If you don't know what this is, you're doing it wrong. Whoa! Okay, Proxy Twilight Council on the way from Theory. More of a ninja. It's pretty far away from Harstem, actually, kind of towards the top right side of the map, where Harstem's way in the top left corner. Meanwhile, another pylon coming up from Harstem closer to Theory. So both players doing some proxy shenanigans here. This is going to be good. Are we going to see some adept versus adept action? Red versus purple adept action here. Is that a color blindness? Is there a red and purple colorblind level? If there is, I'm sorry for those of you who are confused here, especially because it's a mirror matchup. That makes it impossible to tell who is who, especially if they're both adepts at this point in the game. But Theory coming back home to defend. Harstem not really pushing. Just kind of sending in adepts to check out what's going on. He sees the expansion Theory has coming up. Harstem not doing any such thing. Is he just going mass? He's going some stalkers here, I guess? Stalkers on the way, and oh, Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine from Theory. And another gateway over here. Is he going DT Rush or Archon Rush? Or DT Rush would actually be pretty good. I don't think Harstem's going to have any detection for a while yet. Adepts, Stalkers here at the front door of Theory. Theory at his natural base has 2 adepts. Run, Theory. I think you're going to lose your natural. You might just want to cancel it. In all honesty, throwing down a pylon at the top of his ramp. Photon Overcharge will save me while I'm doing this stuff over here on the other side of the map. Like a sneaky person doing shenanigans. Stalkers, yeah, I mean, Theory's going to have to cancel this base. It is buying time, though. It's buying some time where Harstem's not coming inside the main of Theory and wrecking everything. Oh, so many Stalkers from Harstem, though. Yeah, he has 1 base in it. I guess he is expanding now, but he's just started that. And going to try to come up this ramp. Photon Overcharge! Getting some shots off. I think Harstem could have won that. What does he have? He's got 7 Stalkers. I think he could have taken down that pylon. Adepts from Harstem sneaking around the backside, though. Trying to kill probes. Photon Overcharge killing the Adepts, which is nice, but really these Stalkers are your concern. Wait, Stalker's coming back. Do they think... Oh, you know what? He's looking. He saw inside Theory's base and saw nothing Nothing to tell him what's going on. There's something going on out there somewhere else. What is it, says Harstem. He's not really scouting, though. DT Rush. DT Rush from Theory coming right on in here. Oh, robotics facility is up. Observers on the way. You have to kill this. You have to kill these pylons immediately. What are you waiting for? No. Get the robotics facility. Hack. It's going to be close. Get the... Oh, good force fields. Keeping one of the DTs away. And it does finish. Oh, the observer gets out. The DTs are shut down. Oh, they get trapped inside. Harstem. That was just clinical. That was a clinical response to what Theory was doing. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's 61 to 41 total supply. The army supply for Harstem is insane right now. He's just going to come murder everything that Theory has. And I don't think there's anything he can do to stop it. Adepts are here killing stuff. DTs are here to defend, but I assume there's an observer coming along. There's the observer lagging behind because it doesn't have that upgrade. Natural base going to die. Harstem does have a natural base. This is effectively the death knell for Theory. He's coming out with his DTs. He's coming out with adepts, but the stalkers are good against pretty much all of this. DT's getting focused down first, as they're the hardest hitters, and then the zealot, and then the adepts, and that's a good game from Theory. Yeah. Remind me never to Dark Templar rush Harstem. That was just sick. Double pylon, right, on the robotics facility. He knows what's coming. He wants this double powered. Once it starts getting attacked, he throws up a force field to keep the DTs from all attacking it at once. And once the observer's out, he force fields the DTs in, so he makes sure they die. Brutal efficiency from Harstem there, but that's how you do. That is how you do, Protoss players. All right, that's it for that game. We'll be back with more cheese in just a second. Cheese compilation game whatever will be between Mini Titan and War Panther on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the frequent cheeser, Mini Titan, the red Terran player. And in the bottom right-hand side of the map, and the corner, we have the blue Terran player, War Panther. All right, so another TVT, again, featuring Mini Titan. Again, lots of accolades from my screeners about this one. So we will see. We will see what we get when it comes down to a TVT cheese. We're going to speed it up. We're going to speed it up because no one's moving out. If we get, like, SCVs moving out fast, I won't speed it up. But otherwise, nothing much is happening, so we're going to do this. We're going to look for the shark. Where are you? Oh, there you are, shark. Shark, when I cast with the Nidus, when I was doing the 2017 WCS Jönköping open brackets, I cast with Turdzergler of the Nidus. Check him out on Twitch. Just search the Nidus, you'll find him. And his viewers have named this shark Sheila. She's not moving because nobody's come over here. There's nobody actually on the part of the map where she is. She looks like she's in hibernation, I guess, is what it is. Oh, now she's moving. There she is. There's that Sheila. And what happens, how it was explained to me, is when things die on this map and they float up to the surface, they're there to feed Sheila, is what it is. Holy smokes, Mini Titan. Going for the Ghost Rush. All right, Proxy Ghost Academy coming up. War Panther. Oh, is War Panther double fast expand? What is he doing? Why did he expand way out here? He didn't take his second base. He didn't take his third base or his fourth. This is like a fifth base location, dude, that you put your natural at. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why. Double Ghost Academy for Mini Titan. Is he going double nukes? He could be going double nukes. He's starting his ghost production. He's working on another No, wait. Oh, yeah, the factory is needed to get nukes. There we go. There we go. All right, so cloak, nuke, that lot of stuff coming up right now. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. 100 and another nuke, maybe? What's he doing? More ghosts? More ghosts. All right, here we go. Reapers, did they try to do stuff? Did they just scout? They might have just scouted. Reapers come back home because they're like, okay, there's not expansion for Mini Titan. It's a one base attack. What's it going to be is the question. And the answer is double nuke, double ghost rush from your red Terran opponent. He is double expanding. War Panther taking a base at his fourth location. Again, very confused by all of this. Ghost here for Mini Titan says, there's what is exactly happening here. And the question is Cloak done? Yes, Cloak is done. Reapers could, oh, the juke. The Reapers are like, where is this guy? Throwing down a KD8 charge. He was around here somewhere. I'm going to throw KD8 charges blindly until something happens. He's out of Cloak, though. This first Ghost out of cloak, and he's going to get killed. His body flies up. Nuke! Nuclear missile. Nuclear launch detected here at this natural base of War Panther at his 5th base location. Again, it's super weird. That's what it is. Are the Reapers going to die? Oh, they might be close enough to die. Oh, they dodged. They dodged before we would know. Ghost got it, man. Ghost out of cloak, though. Can he take down Reapers? Doing okay, but not. Oh, he does do well enough. How much damage is it again? 20 damage versus light units. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. More nukes on the way. Getting a tank, getting some Marines, getting a starport is Mini Titan. War Panther on the other hand, going for Marines, going for a lot of Reapers, queuing those Reapers up, man. Reapers are going to save the day, apparently, even though we just saw one Ghost take down 2 Reapers with, I mean, it was difficult, but it wasn't that difficult. Starport's over here by these Ghost Academies, and I keep losing the battle nets. I don't know what it is. I'm going to do some research into it, though. At least it doesn't kill my replay. That makes me so sad. So sad. More ghosts. More ghosts in production for Mini Titan. And speeding up a little bit. Because that first nuke was fine, but I need to see more. I need to see more nukes. Do you not have detection in War Panther? He does have enough for 1 scan, but no missile turrets, which are so useful. There's a missile turret. He heard me. He was like, dude, Falcon, you're right. Missile turrets are a brilliant idea right now. And yes, I know. You don't have to call me brilliant, though. Coming on down is our Mini Titan Ghost. Ghost 1, Ghost 2. Gonna join the party. And just kind of mining is War Panther. I think he had a plan, right? He had a plan to expand out here and kind of keep his opponent off balance. He's got idle SCVs here as well. This might be a lower level game than I was hoping for, but you know what? Nukes are nukes. Nukes are nukes, and nukes are nukes. Gonna try to move into this main base with his medevac and get some stuff done. Slow moving in, Ghost popping on out. There's the cloak, and a double nuke's gonna happen right here. I guarantee it. A lot of Reapers from War Panther coming in, though. Okay, nuke 1, nuke 2. Okay, so maybe not necessary to get both of them on the mineral line. War Panther shows no interest in moving anything. Really, I don't know what he expects is going to happen here, but this is going to happen. All right, so I think now is a good time to attack. Oh, but there's a tank on the high ground for Mini Titan. I was going to say, your Reapers are all dying here. Reapers are going to take down the Ghosts with the scan. Okay, that's fine. War Panther's down to 17 Harvesters, which is bad. Did you just nuke? No, Ghost just took down all the SCVs here at War Panther's natural base location. SCVs here to fight for War Panther against Mini Titan's general army. And that's going to be it. I mean, at this point, yep, War Panther is defeated. Mini Titan is victorious, and War Panther has left the game. Yeah, Mini Titan going for the Ghost Rush against an opponent who maybe wasn't as good. Maybe wasn't as good as we would like to see on the Cheese compilation. But hey, we got to see 3 nukes. 3 nukes in this game, and what can you ask for more? Honestly, the answer is nothing. Okay, we'll come back with more cheese from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to Cheese compilation number 13. This will be a game between David and Steamtuck on Blood Boil, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is David. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Steamtuck. So TVT has some of the best cheese, I feel like, we get in these compilations. Just Cyclone Rushes and 5-Rax Reaper proxies and battle cruisers and ghosts and nukes, and TVT is a fun place to be. I don't know how frequent cheesing is in TVT on the ladder, as I don't play Terran, but it just feels like it's more prevalent here than the other matchups. I could be entirely wrong about that. So both players going for barracks, as that's kind of what you have to do. Looks like one of these players went random, because I did read there real quick that somebody said they're Terran. And so whoever's going random here, I am super impressed. I am impressed with anybody who goes random in StarCraft 2, especially at this level, because, again, this is a diamond versus diamond game, which I feel pretty confident about that it's going to be a good one. If one player shows diamond and somebody else shows, like, unranked or silver, that's bad news. But if they both show diamond, I think they're both pretty good with Terran at any level, and this shouldn't be just one of the kind of embarrassing cheese games. I expect something good here. So expansion on the way from David in the safe location here on Blood Boil. Again, there are rocks. Well, it's not rocks. It's ice that you can knock down, but you shoot it. You know what? These ice things should get bonus damage from fire. Don't you think so? Or like acid saliva too. So roaches and ravagers do bonus damage. Hellions do bonus damage. Hellbats do bonus damage. And Colossus do bonus damage. Maybe disruptors too from Protoss against ice. That's what I think. That's how I think this should work. All right, so one base in it is Steamtuck here. He's going for another barracks. He's got the one gas, double gas. No, still one gas from David. Thought somebody had double gas, but no, not the case. Oh, this base back here only has one assimilator, or one, rather, Vespene Geyser, and a lot of mineral patches. Okay, how did I not know that? I'm so embarrassed. I am the one who is embarrassing in this cast. So that's why people take this one down here, because this has 2 Vespene Geysers, and that's what they're used to. I guess Terran, it makes sense to take this, because you're pretty much always mineral starved, and your gas income doesn't need to be super high. But so far, nobody seems to be doing anything too insane here. The double barracks out of Steamtuck is a little bit rushy. He is making some Marines, but they're for base defense. He's taking his expansion down here on this low ground, where he has the 2 Vespene Geysers. So he wants gas for whatever he's doing. Second gas done for David inside his main base, making an orbital command at his natural. So it looks like David's a little bit ahead as far as the expansion stuff goes. As far as the gas income goes as well, we got a factory done for David just any second now. There goes that factory, ka-chink. And both players hanging out. So this is not a standard TVT. This is not where people go into Reapers, into Cyclones, and then settle into Marine Tank. This is players getting Marines and base and defensing, right? Base defensing here with these Marines, worried about Reaper attacks. Steamtuck positioning himself in a place where Reapers like to come in, like to hop up. It's one of the few places you can hop into the main, so this is a great place to defend. Smart move by Steamtuck there. And it's another barracks on the way from David. And more just Marine production here. So whoever the cheeser is, I'm not entirely convinced it's fast cheese. Widowmine's coming in. Mass Widowmine could be kind of interesting. We saw that actually on Blood Boil in the last compilation. Whoa, David's got 3 SCVs down here in the bottom left corner. They're up to no good. They're up to no good. Was that a starport? Starport 1, starport 2, starport 3. Okay, so proxy starports, which in my heart of hearts makes me hope this is some kind of a battlecruiser rush. All right, got these Widow Mines here defending his mineral lines for David in case a drop's going to come murder him. Steamtuck worried about the same thing, so both players kind of cold warring it right now. They're getting a lot of forces in case they get attacked. Right? Not actually attacking. There's been nothing lost. Oh, no, an SCV died. Just kidding. A scouting SCV did die in this game, but that's their fault. It is Tech Labs. It's Tech Labs on these starports. And a fusion core. Yes. Battle cruiser operational coming up very shortly here out of David. All right, David. Yes, I'm very excited about this. Okay, a lot of Marines from Steamtuck, though. This is bad news. He's got 22 Marines. That's all he's made so far. He's getting a tank. I guess he has a tank already. He's making another one. So he does have a tank, but he is very Marine focused right now, which again is bad for battle cruisers because Marines are like the best anti-air in the game. Is that a fair thing to say, that Marines are the best anti-air in StarCraft 2? Yamato Cannon being researched, first battle cruiser on the way. It's hard to make straight battle cruisers. He should have taken the base down here for the double Vespene gas. He needs it. He only has three refineries, which is not as much as you probably need here. Marine versus Marine. Who will win? Blue. Blue wins the fight at the Zalanga Watchtower. Marine versus Marine. Revenge, though. Buddy Marine comes and kills that and takes the Zalanga Watchtower back for Team Red. Time to move out. It is time to move out. Oh, this could turn into a base race. Steamtuck. I keep thinking it's Steampunk, but it's Steamtuck. Steamtuck coming out with Marines, with tanks, with medevacs. You just kind of skip to that stage of TVT. He's like, hate the Marines, hate the Cyclones. We're just going to go with where we're going to go eventually and just skip all the shenanigans. First battle cruiser here for David, though. Here at the natural base of Steamtuck, SCVs are running for their lives. More barracks under construction outside of his base and going for the base race is Steamtuck here. Okay, so at this point, David, I think, should probably just lift off a building and go fly in a corner somewhere. Because he's gonna... Can you hide up here? Where Marines can't get ya? Maybe. I bet you could. I bet you could. Either way, these Marines are going to come right through. There's a couple tanks defending for David. Is it enough? You know what? It might be enough. Battlecruiser defending here too. Steamtuck had an idea. It did not work out super well. David had enough back home. Had enough back home to defend against that one. And suddenly it's 92 to 76 supply. David has a nice lead. Battlecruiser going after add-ons. Another battlecruiser tactical jumped, right? Tactical jumped all the way back home to defend, which was great. Wants to kill this tank so bad. The tank wants to shoot back at these Marines. So what he wants to do, 315 move speed, 31, they have the same move speed except for Stim. Stim makes the Marines run faster. He doesn't have Stim. Okay, so that's a problem. Battlecruisers tactical jumping into the main base of Steamtuck. Pow! Going after this add-on. No double pumping medevacs for you. Why are you making medevacs? Seems like an odd choice. Okay, this might be it for Steamtuck. Yeah, he's got some Marines here. He's got 9 Marines and 2 tanks, but it is time to bail, my friend. Your third base at this gold is not long for the world. The Marines are taking down your bunkers. The battlecruisers are handling the Marines with, actually, I was going to say with ease, but not if you're running away. Okay, they killed one. Yamato cannon. Did they just kill a tank? Yeah, just killed a tank. Battlecruiser just killed a tank. Third base under fire here. Still fighting hard is Steamtuck. Fighting hard, but losing so many SCVs. Losing this orbital command as well. 19, 20 SCVs have been killed. David working on that third base back home. The SCV train is more of an SCV massacre, as they all come back to report to the only orbital command that is functional. Okay, there's 2. Technically, there's 2. He keeps him auto-canning. I guess that cannon did hit a medevac. So whatever that is. Marines keep him coming out of these barracks. He built them outside his main base for reasons that made sense to him at the time. I'm entirely sure. But there's the stutter step action from David showing off a little bit for us. And here we go. Steamtuck with a final defense. SCVs, Marines against Marines and battle cruisers, and the Marine count. Tactical jump on one. Tactical jump on one of these things. Actually, this is kind of working for Steamtuck a little bit. But more Marines coming down to join the battle. They don't have medevac support, though, and the SCV's actually defending pretty well. Dang it, Steamtuck is alive. Okay, it's going to be a slow death. This is going to be a slow death for Steamtuck. I don't think there's a way he can come back into this thing. Right now, it's 5 battle cruisers against like a handful of Marines, and sure, that was good. That was good with the SCVs and the Marines, but more are going to show up here, and that's going to be all she wrote. 3 VCs. Too scary. Too spooky for you, Marines. And might take down a battle cruiser. No, they can't get it. Tactical jumps out of there. Another one shows up to join the party. And I mean, that's it. That's it right there. I'm calling it. I'm calling it for David. Battle cruisers are successful in this replay. Again, Steamtuck is not interested in actually acknowledging that in any sense. Come on, man. You could do it. I know you think your Marines are going to win this game for you, but turns out they are not. Tactical jumping out of there. That's the tactical jump maneuver. Marines inside your main base. And he's out. Good game. Well played from Steamtuck. Is defeated, and David takes that one. Okay. Battlecruiser successful. Let's move on to the next cheese game coming up in just a second. It is time for the team portion of Cheese Compilation number 13. This is a 2v2 on Greystone Ravine. Team A in the left side of the map is the green Terran player, Mantis MM, and his teammate, the orange Zerg player, Moon, representing Number. And in the right side of the map, the other guy is the yellow Protoss player, the Crystal, and the pink Protoss player, what is that? Artemite. Artemite. I'm going to call him Artemis. All right, so a 2v2 send in for the cheese compilation. These tend to be pretty good. 2v2s are cheesy as all get out anyway. I used to play 2v2s with a friend of mine, and it's like everybody rushes. Zergs rush, Terrans rush, Protoss rush. And so if you're not rushing yourself or not prepared for it, you can't advance on the ladder very long. And check this out. We got a pylon coming up across the map for Crystal, doing something crazy. An SCV coming down into position to proxy as well, it looks like. That angle of moving, that angle of approach, it looks very much as though we're going to do something crazy down here. Mantis, what you got? Not enough money to do anything. Cool. Meanwhile, 3 gateways on the way from Crystal. It's going to be some kind of crazy gate. 4 gate. He's going to 4 gate. 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 4 gate I assume Zealot Rush because he has no gas taken, period. It's going to be a 4-gate Zealot Rush with pylons because Zealots are pretty supply intensive. And it's a barracks coming up from Mantis. So one player from each of these teams is rushing. The other one does not seem to be rushing all that much. And that makes it interesting, is what it does. What is Artemis doing? Is he feeding? No, he has 1,000. How are you doing nothing, Artemis? Artemis, no. Are you AFK? You're not even feeding. Maybe he isn't. It's just not showing in the replay. That would make sense if you just went like 8 gates and the crystal just straight up made zealots while you hung. That doesn't make a lot of sense though. What is happening? He's got 12 workers and he has 1,400 minerals. Maybe he's AFK. He looks AFK. All right, man, it's up to you, the crystal. I don't know if you know that your opponent or your teammate is gone, but if you can win this thing, I'll be incredibly impressed. Zealots walking up a little early. 2 minutes is an early time to show up. If you are zealots, do you go after the Terran player or the Zerg player? Zerg player it is. Coming to the Zerg player. Queen has popped, but it's hard to micro against zealots forever as a queen. So here we go, and actually not even bothering. Hold positioning the drones. Brilliant maneuver now. Forced to fight against the drones. The drones are fighting the queen. Taking him down as well. Zealot's not doing super well here, you guys. They're getting... Ooh, there's an evaporation. More zealots are here, though. Don't worry about them. They have other friends involved in this. That was a really solid defend from Moon there with no lings. Just queens. Or rather, a queen and drones. And a spine crawler. Meanwhile, Marines are here for Mantis MM. Gonna come down and take out Artemis, who still has done absolutely nothing. Dang it, Artemis, why? Oh, man. All right, so Zealots going after the spine crawler. They get the spine crawler, but lings are popping out. Queens are here, too. This is just a bad place to be a Zealot player. Artemis just kind of hanging out. Totally AFK. And more Zealots coming, though. The Crystal is convinced he can do this on his own, but there are so many lings from Moon. Proxy little bunker here. Got a proxy barracks set up for Mantis MM. I think you can just straight up kill both these players, dude. You've got defense against this number of Zealots. You are contained, says the Crystal. I like it. I like the confidence, even if he's getting murdered by lings and queens. Yeah, that's bad news. Oh, he's mad. He's mad about, he's called them a cheater. The Crystal, why? That's not very nice at all. Lings finding the gateways, that's gonna be all she wrote. Dang it, Artemis, why weren't you involved in this game? Why? Okay, so I mean, dang it, this was one of the games that was recommended for team games. I figured I'd throw it in here, but it was only recommended by one of my screeners. Maybe I need a policy where if team games are in, they need to be recommended by at least 2. At least 2, and preferably 3, because that's it. That is it. I know the other player's not gone yet, but he's done, so we're going to do this and wrap it up. I mean, look at this. 2,400 resources lost for Crystal, and everybody else is like maybe 1,000 at the most. At the most. More lings coming in, and Crystal's out. And our green and orange team win it. Okay, that's it for that cheese. We'll come back with more. More that were voted on more heavily. Let's just say that in just a second. Cheese compilation number 13 will continue with a game between Dimas de Bird and Brockford on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Brockford, or Brockford possibly. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Dimas de Bird. I like it. It flows. It's probably a reference to something, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Period. Yeah, and Brockford. CH can be a K sound. Also a Ch sound. Brockford is harder to say. I'm going to go with Brockford on this one. So Brockford versus Dimas de Bird. How are the volumes to you guys? It sounds really loud in my headphones, but then I went back and listened to it on the recording, and it was okay. It was fine, but I feel like I should still knock it down a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to get real-time feedback because this is cast and scheduled, and I'm casting this on a Monday, and it's going to post on a Wednesday, so by the time I get the response, well, I'll get the response, and I'll remember. I will remember. Okay, so this one came highly regarded. 3 of my screeners chose this particular replay. between Brockford and Dimas de Bird. So who is going to be our cheeser? Everything looks fine, although double assimilator before cybercore from Dimas could indicate something's going on, and then a full wall off too. Cybercore on the way, has that gas income coming real hard and real fast. SCV, 2 SCVs, Brockford. Brockford's the one. Coming up, proxy factory, done. And another factory? Is there going to proxy a starport here? Looks like he's going to proxy a starport based on this. Oh! And a proxy Stargate out of Dimas or Dimas as well. So both players going for the proxy shenanigans here. I am a fan of this. Sparks flying off that factory. And it's a double factory. Okay, never mind. Double fac out of Brockford here. And that's got to be an Oracle, right? It's got to be an Oracle rush. Just with a closer distance than Brockford is prepared for. Are these going to be... It's a Cyclone. Cyclone rush from Brockford. It's going to be strong against Protoss. Really good against Protoss. And especially since there's only going to be Adepts back home. Photon overcharge is a real thing, though. That can save the day for the Protoss player. So both players are cheesing. We don't know who's successful. Oh, did he scout this? Might have accidentally scouted this. All right. So don't be too close when the Cyclones pop out, because that lock-on ability will ruin your day, Mr. de Bird. And yep, immediately going to kill this Adept first. Just look at that. Just how fast it kills things. Pew, 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 pew. Fire rate. Lock-on ability. Pew, 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 pew. All right, is that enough to kill it? I forget. 160 damage, and no, it's not enough to kill it straight up, but it can hurt it with that lock-on ability. That's for sure. Stalker here fighting as well. What is our Stargate making? Nothing, because we're worried. Stalker dies and Cyclone dies thanks to Photon Overcharge. Thanks to their Photon Overcharge. Okay, Cyclones. Just all Cyclones all day. From Brockford here. Can he do this thing, Brockford here? Another Photon Overcharge. We can do this all day, says Mothership Core. That's a lie. You run out of energy eventually. Actually, if you use all your energy, how long does it take to regenerate it to where you can go again? Whoa, Cyclone suicide runs past the pylon and into the main base. That was probably a mistake. You don't want to lose a Cyclone to get inside the main where a Stalker just picks you off anyway. Yeah, you're dead. You is dead. Boo! That's the sound. That's the sound they make when they die. I think our Protoss player has this. Doing anything with the Stargate yet? No, had plans. Had grand plans for that Stargate, but then Cyclones showed up and we were afraid. Mighty afraid. Lock on, still trying to kill that Mothership Core. Stalker trying to defend the Mothership Core, but every time the Stalker does, it gets shot in the face. It's kind of a tough balance to strike here. More lock on powers. Can we get the Mothership? No. Cyclone down to 26 hit points out of 180. Not great. Not a great place to be. More Cyclones coming out, though. 23 to 23 Harvesters. Both players managing to stay pretty even here. Oh, does get the Mothership Core. Now it's 2 Cyclones versus a Stalker. Not great. Not a great place to be if you're a Stalker, because that extra damage it applies to you. Is what it does. Cyclones getting in, killing a pylon, killing a probe, killing more pylons. That cannon might be a moderate threat for you. Might want to kill that instead, but I guess depowering it's also pretty good. Oh, the pylons for Photon Overcharge is the big threat. Yeah, get that other pylon. Don't worry. Photon Overcharge is up. Get out of there. There it is. Double lock-on ability chasing that out. Is that another pylon? Yes, get the pylon. Smart. Smart target firing here. Zealot. And Sentry here. Oh, force fielding off 2. Nicely done. Nicely done. Is there anything? Still nothing? Okay, still nothing done. And the Cyclone game has begun. Sentries try... Oh, the Sentry getting focused. Nope, runs away. Does run away. Pylons dying here, man. A lot of pylons getting killed while they're under construction. Which is not great. Another Photon Overcharge is available. Triple lock-on ability, though. Taking down that Mothership Core pretty hard. She does survive, though, but she runs away from the pylons that are going to be her lifeblood. Stalkers defending. Sentries defending. Pylons dying. There's still one. There's an Artosis pylon here. There's one pylon. It's gone. Another pylon. If that one's gone, that will depower everything that's here for the Protoss player. Stalker trying to stop this madness. Oh, that might be the turning point. That could be it for Mr. de Bird here. He's killed so many pylons. Resources lost here have got to be insane. Yeah, 2,700 for the Protoss and 1,300 for the Terran. Lock-on says, Mothership Core, you gon' die. 4, 5 Cyclones have joined the party. That's it. That's it for Mr. de Bird. 4 just getting killed, and that's a good game. Good game from our bird player, and Brockford is victorious. Wants to stick around, and he's out. Yeah, that was good. Good Cyclone Rush. Pretty good decisions. Did lose a couple Cyclones in the process. That maybe was an unnecessary loss, but in the end, kept up with his macro. I mean, I guess he wasn't spending all of his minerals, but his gas was pretty low. Pretty low indeed, and we'll never know what was supposed to come out of that Stargate because nothing ever came out of that Stargate. Sad. Sad, but we'll never know. Okay, we'll be back with more cheese. We're not done yet from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back to the cheese compilation, everybody. This will be a game between Misha and Sunshine on Proxima Station, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Sunshine with the spinning logo of a Zergling. They look a lot scarier when you can see them up close, don't they? And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is a Misha with a disruptor exploding logo, possibly. Is that a purification Nova? I don't know. It looks explodey to me, though. Okay, PVZ here on the Proxima Station. Who will be our cheeser? This probe could have some designs in mind, although... Nah, this is a scouting probe. At least it's moving across the map as though to scout, not for proxy stuff. Although, there could proxy stuff over here. I'm going to stop guessing. I'm going to stop guessing what's going to happen and just follow this probe's progress. Follow this probe's progress across the map to see what's going on. Have I talked about my podcast on this cast yet? I think I have. Anyway, link in the description. Really fun stuff. Talked about E3 on this most recent one. I think it's going to pop today, the most recent episode. So subscribe. It's once a week. It's an hour. You can listen to it on your commute for a couple days, or maybe a one way back and forth, or one way, depending how far you have to drive. If you have to drive one way or take the bus one way to get to work, that's for an hour. That's bad. That's bad news. I feel sorry for you. Cannon rush time from Misha. All right, pylon on the way, forge on the way back home. This is exactly how you do this thing if you are the Misha. I don't think Sunshine saw this. Sunshine's going extractor, going pool, kind of a greedy pool. I mean, is that 7? This extractor's been up for a while. I really feel like that was greedy. Either way, forge is just about done. Again, the vision radius of a hatchery is approximately 0. It's like 0.1. So you can do all sorts of stuff around a hatchery while it's popping, while it's growing and gestating. It looks like it's gestating, doesn't it? Can you see this? Oh, can't even see that cannon. But now it can. Surprise! Cannons! This is why I like to put an overlord over the hatchery. That's the expansion. So we can see this stuff and you can stop it early. Okay, I think that base is just dead. I really don't think there's any saving it. That is just fantastic timing from Misha. Like, fantastic. Sunshine couldn't cancel it. Couldn't cancel it. The hiding was perfect. That base is toast. And if you're Sunshine, it's like, I guess we're making 12 Zerglings. Time to go across the map. Okay, this is where you wall off, Misha. You can do this, my friend. You can wall off against these lings, get a cannon up there, never getting through. Maybe cover your back door here as well. This debris at your natural base would be a good thing to cover. But these lings are doing nothing. So Sunshine deciding with these Zerglings to hang out. Maybe wait for speed to finish, and then we'll try to do something about this game because your natural's gone, is what it is. Can it kill these larvae? These larvae could be handy, but they die pretty fast to cannons. Yeah, check that out. Throwing, walling off with pylons at the front so the lings can't get through. No, it's not a wall. Oh no, he miscalculated. Giant miscalculation. Cancel all this stuff. No, don't double down. Don't double down. These lings are going to kill all of your things. Mothership core, photon overcharge, go. Oh, the mothership core is here. I should have known better than to doubt Misha. All right, so Ling's getting absolutely... Don't come back. Don't come back. Don't do that. There's an adept here, too, for Misha. I like this. I like this very, very much. Okay, so the Lings moved across. There were a bunch of them. Now there are 5. 5 of them. Dude, you have to... Can you... Are you gonna... Okay, fine. There we go. Gateway wall off. Good enough. Good enough. Ling see it's a wall off. Decide to go back home. I mean, this... Sunshine trying to get a base up here as well? No. That's not allowed. Says Misha. Sunshine? I don't like where we're at, Sunshine. As a fellow Zerg player, I'm feeling sad for you. But as someone who likes to see Protoss succeed in these things, I'd feel okay. Is there a drop lord? Oh, I was going to say, if you drop lord in there, that would actually be brilliant, because there is nothing to stop that. Evolution chamber into drop lord into all these speedlings. I guess you have to get out, though, and getting out, moderately impossible. You have to knock down your own back door to get out. Alright, Lings are here. Adept says, nah, I don't think you can do this, guys. And I think she's right. Can she get this last Ling before she dies? Oh, she does! What a hero, Adept. 5 kills. She's a mentor. Mentor. However you say that. How do you say that where you're from? Mentor or mentor? Ling's gonna suicide themselves on these cannons. Yeah, it's pretty much all you can do on your one base there, Sunshine. Man, they didn't even kill a single cannon there. That was bad. That was real bad. Resources lost 1,625 for Sunshine, and Sunshine's gone. 350 for Misha. Yeah. That was good. Got a Protoss win. Protoss win. Fairly creative. I liked what we got back here with the pylons walling this off. It's a little haphazard, and Lings did squeeze through. That's true, but the photon overcharge with the mothership core coming across was nice. Was nice indeed. Okay, we're not done yet. More cheese coming at you from Falcon Paladin in just a second. One of the last games of Cheese Compilation number 13 will be between Ubois and Kiser on Cactus Valley, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Kiser. And in the top left side of the map, we have the pink Zerg player. It is Ubois. That's what I'm going to call him. I'm sure there's a better way to call him, but I don't really have the time to look it up and figure it out. So, no offense, Ubois. We're just going to call you Ubois here. All right, who's going to be our cheeser? Who going to be? Both players look like they're playing fairly standard here. Kiser's got a supply depot at home. He doesn't have an SCV across the map, so he builds his barracks at home. Ubois is saving up for one of them super fancy hatcheries out at that natural base. That's what he told his wife he'd do that. He told his wife they could save up for a home out in the country, a bit of a vacation home, if you will. And he did. Look, a little pink vacation home, if you will. A refinery on the way. Oh, another barracks coming in. Is this a 3-rack sweeper? This could be the feared 3-rack sweeper out of Kiser. He's good at this too. I've seen him do this one. Pool coming up before extractor from Ubois. I don't know about this decision, man. There's the third barracks. There's the third barracks. It is confirmed. It is confirmed it is a 3-rack sweeper today out of Kiser. So here we go. Buckle in. We don't know who's going to win this thing, but based on the fact that gas is late for Ubois, I don't really feel great about his chances. It's nothing personal against Ubois. I just feel like in the hands of Kiser, you have to be pretty much perfect to hang with this. And Ubois, I'd like to say I could believe in him, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's just say that. Okay, so SCV throwing down a supply depot at the front. Going to wall off this front door a little bit in case Lings decide to show up while the Reapers are gone. You can have some kind of defense. Anyway, Reaper heading across the map there. And third barracks is done. Okay, here we go. We're going 3 racks or a couple 4 Lings on the way and 2 queens, as is tradition. But man, he scouted the wrong directions. It was cross spawn. He checked the top right and he checked the bottom left corner. He didn't chalk anything. He checked the bottom left corner. And he has no idea this is coming. None. No idea this is coming. This is David Attenborough. And this is a day in the life of a Zerg. Yeah, there's drones here. Even having drones here is pretty much a bad idea. Sure, there are Lings, but it's hard to save your drones. You got to make them into extractors or spore crawlers if you want to save them. That's how this works. Okay, second Reaper shows up. That's a sign. That's a sign, oh boys. Immediately throw down that Roach Horn. You got to get to Ravager Tech as fast as you can. I just don't know if it's going to be enough here. Kitty 8 charge blowing these queens back, doing 10 points of damage to them as well. Pretty good. Moving the wounded queen back there. Pretty good micro from Ubois, forcing the queens back. He's going to do this with spines and queens and Lings. So if this works out for him, hey, more power there. But he keeps losing drones because he's not protecting them super duper well, which is bad news. Loses a queen there at the same time, losing Lings because they're trying to engage without speed, and there just aren't enough of them either. This is going very poorly for the pink Zerg player. Stabbity, stab. Stab, stab. Another queen dead. K8 charge, blowing the queen back towards the Reaper so they can finish her off. Just the precision on display here by Kiser. Drones are here to fight as well. There are some speedlings, but has he lost anything yet? No. Kiser's going for 100% completion. Okay, I think one just died. Yes, one Reaper just died. I jinxed it. I was like, he's going for 100% completion, but no. He couldn't quite get it. Joining the party, so many Reapers joining the party. So many drones killed. 11 drones killed. Another queen down. Really nothing to defend. These drones inside the main base, just speedlings. I'm telling you, Ravager tech. Ravager tech is what you want. Because, so you know how many lings have died? 31. 31 Zerglings have died. 17 drones have died. 3 queens have died. It's 8 drones remaining. Ubois might fight until his last drone is gone. And no, he didn't. That's it. He's done. 2,300 resources lost to 300. 300. That is some cost efficiency, ladies and gentlemen, out of Kiser. And he gets the win with a 3 Raxer. Yeah, I mean, oh boy's kind of a cautionary tale. What happens when you try to do this with speedlings and queens, Roachwarren, upon the side of that first Reaper? Upon the side of the first Reaper, don't engage them without speed once there are more than 3 or 4 of them, and then just pray. Pray you can get Ravagers out in time and you're not playing Kiser. Okay, that's it for that one. More cheese coming at you in just a second. For the final game of Cheese Compilation number 13, we will see Xenomorph versus Apon here on Ascension to Ire, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Apon. Moving out across the map with 3 SCVs. Okay, 3 SCVs. I was like, 4? No. 3 SCVs and our blue Zerg player in the top left corner of the map. It is Xenomorph from Triple T. Hi, hi, says Apon. Nobody said good luck in this game. There's a good luck, have fun from Xenomorph. Excellent. Excellent news need. Loktar! Yeah! There you go. Peon being the worker from Warcraft. Oh, AP Peon doesn't know what that is. Dabu. Yes. Yes. All of the Orc Peon phrases here. Something need doing? That's one. And we're getting a Proxy 3 Raxer here. Could just be Marines. This is something very similar to what we saw. Oh, the Scout. Oh, the Scout from Xenomorph. He sees it. He sees it. Where was he going with that drone? Drone versus SCV, the final battle. And, oh, turns tail and runs. Does the SCV, oh, and then gets murdered, but gets avenged by friend SCV, I think. Oh, look at these drones coming down. They're going to shut, no. Attack the SCVs. Attack the SCVs building these things. There you go. Make them pull. I love this. I love this from Xenomorph. If the Terran player can afford to pull workers off, then I can afford to pull workers off to kill his stuff, and it's not going to be a big deal. Yep. All right, so that pretty much got shut down there. APP on. An illustrative example of why you scout as a Zerg player, as a Protoss player, as a Terran player. APP on is forced to cancel. In the meantime, he's expanding back home. That's interesting. He has no barracks, no factory, no nothing with which to make attacking units back home, and he's expanding behind this. I mean, pool's almost done for Xenomorph. If you just send some slowlings down, I think you win. Pretty sure you just win at this point. I like how APP on, there we go, cancels the barracks at the last second. 5 drones were pulled off for a while. 6 drones, I apologize. Wait, no, that's 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Xenomorph expanding again? He can afford to. He's just checking other places, I think. Once a cheeser, always a cheeser. With APP on, as I think what he's thinking here is making barracks back home. But they're not anywhere close to done yet. And it's just not looking great. Not looking great for our Terran player. Command center. Building. 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 And it takes a while to build. You saw me? Says APP on. Yes, he sent a drone down that way. I don't know if he was scouting. Nope, not with an overlord. He sent with a drone. I don't know if he was trying to go for a quick base down here or he was just checking for proxies. If that was the case, that totally paid off. Roachwarren coming in. You didn't scout me, says APP on. Hacks. Hacks. Yes, you think it's hacks. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm thinking we're just pretty much going to go for roaches here. for a Xenomorph. Like a Ling Roach push. Seems like it's pretty strong. There's a bunker coming up at the front. I mean, he's got the wall. He just has no attacking units. He has 18 SCVs, period. He's got to start on that worker count, or that army count, sooner than now. But honestly, so does Xenomorph. I mean, it's 23 to 18 Harvesters. Xenomorph is up, but it's not like he's in an incredibly strong position here. It's, I mean, he's got 4 Roaches on the way. He's got speed for his Lings. It's going to be a pretty strong little Roach Ling push. AP Peon should have, he could have upward of 8 to 10 Marines by the time those guys show up. 10 Lings, 4 Roaches. Roaches got to start moving across the map now if we're going to punish this. And he is. He's sending the Roaches across the map. Got the 4. Got the 14 Lings. It's going to be a lot of Zerglings. And if this bunker falls, that's going to be it for AP Peon. So we'll see how his bunker holding skills are. I gotta say, I'm not entirely confident about these holding skills. Tank on the way. Oh, that helps. You get this tank out. Also, like a Banshee or a Liberator would be wonderful here from AP Peon. So it could be failed cheese into win. Oh, there's Ravagers, though. There's Ravagers. Ravagers are good. They are good. They don't take extra damage from tanks because they're not armored. They don't take extra damage from Hellions because they're not light. They have Corrosive Bile. They have extra range. Ravager just... He's not even going to have to engage this bunker. He just sits back, Corrosive Biles it into Oblivion, finishes it off with some Lings and some Ravager hits, and that's it. The bunker's dead. That is it. Lings are inside. Every Terran's nightmare has come to life. Marines are dying. Tank trying to set up in siege mode. Is the repair enough to save the day? Nope. It is not. Tank is gone. Ravager's just kind of hanging out at the front while the Lings do all the dirty work, and that's a good game out of Peon. Peon is defeated, and Xenomorph is your victor. Yeah, Xenomorph wants to sit around for a little bit and murder things, so we'll let him do it, but that's going to be it. That's going to be it. The final game of Cheese Compilation number 13 is in the books. Again, if you want to get your game cast, do interesting, crazy stuff with crazy endings. If you get cheesed and win, send it in too to falconpaladin@gmail.com. That's something we'd like to see. We just saw a couple of examples of those today. If you have access to GM or Master or Pro level cheese, you want to see me cast, kick it in here too. I think we might just do away with the Pro Cheese compilation and just kind of fold it in to this compilation as we've done here today with a few cheesy things from the pros. So if you have access to any replays that are cheesy from the pros, let me know about those ones too with a cheese headline at falconpaladin@gmail.com. And we will get it done. So thanks so much for joining me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload and Cheese compilation number 13. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.